Carlos, honestly, that was a difficult commentary for me to do. What was it like from the coach's point of view?
I think exactly the same like you feel today, because today was a very tough game. We know about the conditions. We played today the game that we expected to play today, because we know that this team now, they start to take points in the last 5 games in the championship, playing with this level of aggressiveness, players trying to use all the set pieces, trying to make a lot of faults. But for me, when you are playing this type of game, the game is very interrupted. Every time there is one free kick, every time there is a second ball, every time there is an overthrowing. But this is the game that we expected. This is the game that, for me, the team facing in the right way.
It is a point. You didn't get beat. You kept a clean sheet. But is that good enough for you, those positives?
I think when you don't win the game, never is enough for you. And when you win the game and the team didn't perform well, maybe the same. We have the same feeling. So always is important for me. I have to appreciate a lot the effort of the players, because with the effort that we get today, we could take 1 point. Of course, we come here always with the idea to get the 3 points, in the same that we went to Stoke City with the same idea, trying to win the 3 points, because this is always our targets in any versus any opponent, in any type of pitch. So I respect always a lot the opponents. I spent a lot of time analyzing the game, and I was thinking that today, the game of today, will be exactly like was very, very, very tough game, with one team that Brentford was not able to win here. They beat here Sheffield Wednesday 2. They draw versus Watford. So, of course, we are not going to be compared with players that didn't have the best results. We wanted to come here to win the 3 points, but at the same time, I know that the effort of the team today was fantastic effort, and with this effort, we get 1 point.
It was clear that you'd prepared your team properly, and specifically for Wycombe. They had also done their homework, so perhaps we shouldn't be surprised at the 0-0 draw. But in the final attacking third, Carlos, surely you need more from your team. They need to be more incisive in the final third, no?
I think especially in the first half, we created good chances with some crosses from Isaac and Benza from the right side, that I think we unbalanced well the team in this side. We unbalanced well the other team with the switch of play. We started to be closer to the goal. We didn't create a clear chance, but the ball started to be with the crosses that we take from the right side. We started to create more dangerous. But unfortunately for me, the point to them was that we didn't find the last pass or the last cross, because in the moment you score the goal, the dynamic of the change is going to change a little bit. But we couldn't score in these chances. For me, just because we didn't arrive to the right space, because the crosses from Isaac and Benza were a very good crosses to come finish these actions. We couldn't do it. And after, in the second half, the game was a lot of time interrupted. They start to play more second ball. So in these moments, it's difficult to take the game. It's difficult to start to play again. It's difficult to start to show your style, and start to create more chances to can unbalance the game for us.
And even during the game, especially towards the end, you tried to change the shape of your team. You reused Juninho Bacuna in a very different position. Just tell us about that from your point of view.
I think with the change that we did with Danny Ward, we wanted to have him as a number 10, to have 2 strikers in the pitch. In defensive, he will be marking more the positional midfielder of them. In attack, we wanted to have 2 strikers, Campbell and Danny Ward, versus the 2 centre back of them. Bacuna start to play as a winger on the left side, trying to create a 2v1 with Toffolo in the left side, trying to unbalance more the game in this side. But at the end, I was watching that the winger of them, who play as a midfielder when they did the change, was a dangerous player to be marking by Etienne. Then in this moment we changed Bacuna to the right side to control more the winger who was playing inside, and at the same time to can create 2v1 with Benza on the right side. In this moment we move Danny Ward to the left side to can defend the left side, and after that as a striker he continue having the 2v1 with Toffolo and Danny Ward, 2 players in the left side to attack, and continue having Bacuna and Benza on the right side to attack, continue having the line of 3 with Hawk, Steelman and Sarr. In the middle of the pitch, in that moment we wanted to have O'Brien giving more the balance to the team.
Wow. And all this information you're processing during the match. How much of a challenge is that for you, even with your coaching staff?
Like more than doesn't have, like I don't like to talk about what we do, because what the only important thing here is to make our fans feel very proud. The only thing that I want is our fans watch the team, and they recognize that They are fighting a lot for them. It's the most important thing for me, that when our fans watch our game, be very proud of the effort of the team, and at the same time, we hope to have successful results because we want to make our people happy. After the number of time that we are having the back trying to analyze every opponent is part of our job, and we know that this is analyze a lot the games before to be playing by the game is part of our job. That's all.
Since you brought it up, Carlos, how proud do you think the fans should be of the team at the moment? Certainly, the team is very watchable. We've seen a lot of entertaining games, perhaps not tonight, but your team has only won 4 out of 13. That's not satisfactory for you, is it?
I think I respect a lot the championship, because in the moment you don't respect the championship, can be dangerous for the team. So I'm very conscious of the squad that we have. I'm very conscious of the championship demanding. I am very conscious of what we need to be is a strong team. One team that when lose the game be because just for the minimum and we trying to win the game until the end. One team that never is going to go to one pitch just to get 1 point. Always we are going to go looking for the winning. Sometimes we are going to can achieve what we want. Sometimes we are not going to can achieve what we want. But we are going to be one team that is going to make every necessary thing until the end, trying to win the game. Sometimes we want to give, of course, to our fans the 3 points, but it will make them more proud of us. But what is the most important thing is that always keep the effort that the team showed today.
Let me ask you about your selection, Carlos, because the goalkeeper is a big story again tonight. Did you decide to drop Joel Pereira? Have you dropped him? Has he lost his chance now after Stoke City away on Saturday? Is the shirt Ryan Schofield's while Ben Hamer is not available to you?
I think I try to make the decision of the keeper like I made the decision with any player on the pitch. First of all, for me, we need to have 3 first goalkeepers, and this is exactly what we have. We have in Behema 1 first keeper, and for me, the goalkeeper that are on the bench, both need to have the same skill as the first keeper to be ready to play the game to be in the first 11. Because like last week was Pereira, and today was Ryan Schofield. Then we need to select. I need to make the decisions, selecting the keeper that I think can be more ready to the type of game that we were expecting today. Like I said the other day, for me, if I have to come back to the game of Stoke City, I continue playing with Joel, because for me he has enough strength to come face the type of game. And after, like any player, the game can work better or can be worse, but this is something that every player is going to happen. And then today, I was thinking that the type of keeper that Ryan Schofield is will be better keeper for the type of situation that we are going to live today, with one opponent that usually don't allow you to play short from the back. It's one of the strengths of Joel, but at the same time one team that is going to make a lot of set pieces situation, a lot of corners, a lot of long balls, a lot of flick on of the balls. So we were thinking that today the best keeper to play the game was Ryan Schofield, but not because we don't think that Joel is enough good keeper, just because I think that today the best keeper to play the game was Ryan Schofield.
And finally, Christopher Schindler, how seriously injured is he?
I hope that he doesn't anything injury. Schindler is working really well during all the international break, during this week. Schindler is showing that he's one of the captain of the team because he has a very good team spirit, and always when he's playing or when he's not playing, he never changes. Then this is always important, and for me, Schindler today was making a very good game until this type of situation happened. But this is what can happen in this type of football, because when the football is a lot of fault, when there is 1,000 of drills like this type of situations, always you are going to take this risk. But you can receive any type of contact or any type of kick. But I think the team today compete in this situation that we have to do.
So that we understand, Carlos, is it his shoulder or his head or both? We were trying to work out what his injury actually was.
I think it was a contusion in the head. That's why he was a little bit out of the game, and that's why we decided to be out. Not because he's not ready, because it was not safe to continue playing with him.
Thank you. Safe trip home.
Okay, thank you very much.